This is going to be a review video on how to create the double viewport in a paper space layout and be able to get the information for model space and put it inside the viewports. So this is what I had completed already. I did this in one of my previous lessons. Filled in the title block. I won't be filling in the title block today. I'm just going to be showing how to create the double viewport. So I'm going to be, again, doing this from scratch. So I'm going to be going into the command line and typing layout. And I'm going to be selecting template. And then I'm going to have to scroll to where I'm keeping my DWT file. So that's in distance learning, for me anyway, under this folder. So you have to download this from the hub, which can be seen in a previous video. Select it, open, hit OK. All right, so this is going to create a fresh paper space drawing border for me. So this comes with one single viewport, but I want to create another one. So I'm going to type in the command line. I'm going to type viewports, and I'm going to select single, and then hit OK. So what I'm going to be doing is drawing from the top corner at the left on the red border and come down to the opposite side, but select the midpoint snap because I want this to be exactly half the size of the original one. And when I see the triangle snap, I'm going to left click and it creates the viewport and it finds everything in model space that I have sitting there automatically. Now, if I float my cursor over this, you can see it bold up. And if I float my cursor over the bottom one that's red, you can see that the entire thing lights up. That's because this one that I just created is overlapping this one. So what I want to do is shrink the larger one down to match this size of this one I just made. So I'm going to select anywhere on the red viewport. That's going to create a grip, and then I have to click either from this grip or this grip, come down and snap it to this perpendicular snap. And now I have two of them exactly the same, except one of them is black and one of them is red. So I could select this one and throw it on the text layer, the viewport layer, and now they're the same color. So what I'm doing is creating a viewport that's just going to look at the front and left elevation, and the bottom one will be the rear and the right elevation. So I need to double click into the top one. That's going to bold it up and allow me to link and zoom in on this. So I'm going to roughly zoom in like this, and then set my scale. So my scale, a ½ inch equals a square foot is too much, so I'm going to click into this arrow. I'm going to see what 3/8 looks like, still too big. And a ¼ inch equals a square foot looks fine. So once I see this, I'm going to double click out. That's going to dim this viewport, and now I can work on the bottom one. But I can't see anything in the bottom one, so I have to double click inside the bottom one, and then in the command line type zoom. And then I could pick an all or an extent. So I'll select all, and it finds everything in model space, and I can roughly zoom in. On the bottom here, the rear and the right elevation, and I'm going to set the scale to exactly what I set it above. So go back into viewport scale. I'm going to pick 1/4 inch equals a square foot. And there I have it. Double click out. And that is how you create your elevations using a double viewport.